coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, there wouldn't be so very much to do. I would linger a while and gaze into your lovely eyes of blue. Then I'd walk for a mile and come running back to be with you. Then the waves would make a pair of willing slaves of you and me forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by. On a coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, I'd realize my dreams come true. Slaves of you and me forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by. On a coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, and realize my dreams come true. Coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, there wouldn't be so very much to do. I would linger a while and gaze into your lovely eyes of blue. Then I'd walk for a mile and come running back to be with you. Then the waves would make a pair of willing slaves of you and me forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by. On a coconut island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, I'd realize my dreams come true. waves would make a pair of willing slaves of you and me forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by on a coconut island. I'd like to be a castaway with you on a coconut island and realize my dreams come true. Coconut Island, I'd like to be a castaway with you. On a coconut island, there wouldn't be so very much to do. I would linger a while and gaze into your lovely eyes of blue. Then I'd walk for a mile and come running back to be with you. Then the waves would make a pair of willing slaves of you and me forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by on a coconut island. I'd like to be a castaway with you on a coconut island. I'd realize my dreams come true. Would make a pair of willing slaves of you and me forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by on a coconut island. I'd like to be a castaway with you on a coconut island and realize my dreams come true. cast away with you on a coconut island. There wouldn't be so very much to do. I would linger a while and gaze into your lovely eyes of blue. Then I'd walk for a mile and come running back to be with you. Then the waves would make a pair of willing slaves of you and me forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by on a coconut island. I'd like to be a castaway with you on a coconut island. I'd realize my dreams come true. Slaves of you and me forever. And for days and days and days we'd never gaze at where the ships go sailing by on a coconut island. I'd like to be a castaway with you on a coconut island and realize my dreams come true.
G'day. Hopefully you can hear me. So this is a little ad hoc thing that I just decided to pop up today. So you never quite know when I'm going to pop up on your YouTube. We've got a few folks in the room, so thanks for joining at late notice, okay? It's great to see you here. We've got a few little things on my little note here to talk about. So I keep trying different little formulas, okay, formulae, as to what might be useful for people. So this little session today is a Uke Chat session. G'day Noel, how are you? You might see some little comments popping up on the screen there. So that's something else I'm experimenting with. So this whole thing is a big experiment and there's lots of moving parts. So we'll see how it all hangs together, but I do appreciate your comments. So please leave a comment after the session. Let me know what you thought worked and what didn't. Today's session is primarily about chilling out. Cheers. Having a chat. I've only had one of these before. And the last one I did was basically a chat and play along. So somebody suggested a song and I called it up and we played along the song. This one is actually chat and learn a song. So it's going to have 3 sections. 3. The first one is what we're in now, which is just a bit of a chat session, just to relax, chill out. There's a lot of crap going on in the world, but we're not going to talk about that because this here is a politics-free zone, okay? We've got plenty of other time to worry about what's going on in the world, but today we're going to take a break from all of that, okay? And we're going to have just a bit of a chill session. So the first, as I said, section is this one, a little bit of a chat. Then I'm going to teach you a song. We're going to do Harvest Moon. It popped up on my little music player this morning and I thought, great. And I went hunting for the song sheet amongst my thousands of song sheets. G'day, Sharon. I didn't have it. So I went rummaging around looking for a song sheet that I could quickly put together, which I did. And I'll give a shout out to Jim's Songbook, okay? He's got a website called Oz Because. He's an Aussie guy. And I've put a link to his website below. He's got a catalogue of many, many, many songs. And some of those songs I've actually contributed to him. So if I've scored up a song, I'll send it to him and he'll add it to the database. But Jim's Songbook, ozbecause.com, again, a shout out, Jim, is good for me because the songs he has up there are normally pretty good quality. And also the format suits me. It's got the embedded chords in the lyrics. Often you'll go and find a song and it's got the chords written over the lyrics. Yeah, I love Harvest Moon. Yeah, Harvest Moon is a goodie. The Jim Songbook one has the chords embedded amongst the words at the right place, which is why I like it. Also, you can quite easily copy out the lyrics and the song sheet from there, edit it to your own liking, and use it. So it's a very generous website in terms of how they operate, and I would highly recommend them. As I said, link below. Go and check it out in the songbooks section of that website. There's a really good search facility, so you can type the name of a song and you can go and find it, and you can just play along. From memory, you can actually scroll it right there on the website and just play along. So that's what I did today, and I thought, well, golly, why don't I have a go at doing a chat session, teach a song, and then the third one is a play-along. So we'll do a play-along of the song together. Once this video is all uploaded and whatnot, I'll put 3 links in the bottom. The first link will be to this chat session. The second link will be to where we're starting to teach the song. And the third link will be to where we actually start the play-along of the song, okay? So that's what we're going to do today, and we'll see how this format works. But I'll only know if you give me feedback in the comments, okay? So I guess that leads me to the next little topic of discussion, which was how this YouTube thing works for me. I've been running this channel now for quite a few years, and the number of subscribers steadily climbs, okay? It steadily climbs. And the reason I do it is because a couple of reasons. One, I just like to share the joy of music, and if I can provide a little bit of a song sheet and some teaching, then that's great. A lot of the song sheets I do, I've written myself as part of the Canberra Ukulele Band. Also, quite a few of the song sheets have come from prize songbooks from the Canberra Ukulele Band. And I would like to acknowledge the Canberra Ukulele Band for allowing me to share those song sheets with you. A lot of work has gone into them. People have put time and effort. And sometimes groups and people lock them away and say, no, you can't use them. But my philosophy and that of the Canberra Ukulele Band is to share the joy of the music. So thank you, Canberra Ukulele Band, for letting me use the song sheets in this way. After all, life is short. There's a lot of crap in the world. And if we can share the love of a song and get people playing the music, then surely that's a good outcome for everybody, for me and the Canberra Ukulele Band and you guys that are watching. So that's why I do it. The other reason I like to do it is a bit of a hobby because it's got lots of moving parts behind the scene, lots of technical things go on. And I'm a bit of a techo guy, a bit of a nerd. So I like to play around with this stuff. And so what you're seeing here today is a bit of a test Okay, you're all my guinea pigs. You're a bit of a test, and let me know if this works for you. You might be here just because you want to play along with the song, and that's great. There's ukesalive.com, which is you can see it up there in the top right-hand corner. If you go there, you can find my YouTube channel, and I've got over 300 coaching and play-along videos. G'day, Trevor. Good to see you, mate. I like the little pop-ups there because I can see them pop up in my eye line of sight. I don't have to go hunting in the comment section. That's great. So, yeah, if you go to ukesalive.com, you'll be able to get to the catalogue, back catalogue, if you like, of coaching and play-along videos. As far as YouTube goes, by the way, while I'm chatting on, if you've got a topic that you want to have a chat about, by all means, pop it in the comments and I'll have a little look at it and we can pick up your question or your topic of conversation, which reminds me, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, that's right. So all that back catalogue, what I tend to do, in fact, exclusively, is teach people covers of songs. These are songs that other people have written. On my to-do list, I've got one of the things there, which is write some music of my own, which I would like to do at some point. However, all of the videos that I put up there are songs that I think people might like to play. Most of them are well-known songs. And because of that, all of my videos, if you have a look carefully, you'll see it's got copyright written on it. And pretty much exclusively what that means is that they let me put them up there and do what I do, but the copyright owners will take any revenue from people's watching of advertisements. And that's fine by me. It's their material. And just as if I wrote something, I would expect perhaps to get to any revenue that came from the use of my song anywhere else. So it's a good thing and I have no problem with it, and I am thankful that the copyright owners 99.99% of the time let me use the song. But they do say cannot be monetized. So that is to say I never receive any money from YouTube, okay? Not a cent. For a couple of reasons. One, I haven't quite got to 4,000 subscribers. No, not 4,000 subscribers. 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. So the only way you can get monetized, not that I would be for reasons I just spoke about, but the only way you can get monetized is by getting up to 4,000 watch hours. And I've been 3,950 odd for the last year, because as I'm adding stuff now, other stuff's dropping off from a year ago, yeah? So it just tends to have plateaued. So the only way for me to do it is to get the watch hours up. So to get the watch hours up, I have to publish more material more often, which is fine by me. It's what I love to do. Or somehow get people to watch more. And that typically happens as your subscriber count goes up. The more subscribers you get, obviously the more the watch hours goes up. So the subscribers are slowly going up. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm not sure if I can see how many subscribers I've got. I'm not sure if I can see it right here. But it's getting up. It goes up daily. So hopefully all that will work out in the wash. But so I don't make any money out of it except what folks occasionally send me in the links of most of my videos. I do put a little link there if someone wants to send me a few bucks just to help cover my costs, which are extensive in terms of all the stuff I have to buy and subscribe to. But I don't do it for that. I don't do it for any recompense monetarily. I do it for the love of sharing music. But some people might wonder if I ever make any money out of this, and the answer is no. I just sink money into it, like a lot of hobbies that we have. Somebody said they got a boat, they like to go fishing, but their boat is just a big hole in the water that they pour money into. So anyway, what you can do for me is if you watch one of my videos and you're not subscribed, subscribe, because then you get notified by YouTube if I've got a live session coming up or a new video has come out. So you do need to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And all it means is you get some notifications come through from when I put stuff up. The other thing you can do if you like a video is click the like button. You often hear YouTubers say this, but it increases the... if there's lots of likes and lots of subscribes and things, then the videos get publicised a little more by YouTube. So more people will see it. It'll just come across their feed. And of course, that's a good thing. So that's why I ask folks to like a video and subscribe. Maybe add a comment. That all helps. All those little things help to get the content out in front of people. And at the end of the day, the more people we get it in front of, the more joy we're spreading through music, which is the ultimate goal. I'm not here to be some YouTuber or influencer or anything. I'm just a purveyor of joy through music, and that's what I do, and that's why I do it. I did mention on my little list of notes here that this is a politics-free zone. Sometimes it's tempting to talk about the state of the world and things that are going on, but unless it's through a protest song, which we have a few of, occasionally we'll bring those in, we're not going to be doing any chatting about politics. But I don't see any topics for conversation up here at the moment. Let me have a little look at the state of the world in our little session here at the moment. We've only got 6 or 7 folks. There's 6 or 7 folks watching, which is not thousands, not hundreds, not even tens. But this was short notice. But the other good thing about these videos is that they hang about. So people can still click on the link and watch it in catch up. Okay? So that's a good thing. A lot of people do watch them in catch up. The other thing I'll do after this video is finished, I am recording it on my computer as well. And I will make an abridged version just to cut some of this stuff out. Again, with the 3 links, the chat, teaching and the play along for the song we're going to do. So there'll be 2 versions of it up there. One under the live section on YouTube, which is where this one will live. And the other one will live just in a normal video section. Time for a slurp of tea. You too. What have you got? Some tea? Coffee? Let me know what you're drinking. Red wine? White wine? So I'm going to chat on for a little bit further here. What else have I got written down here? Oh, yeah, I do have, as you would have seen coming in, a Zoom session sitting on the side. Why do I have a Zoom session sitting on the side, you may ask? And well, you may ask, because it's really just a complication, you know, if all you want to do is join in and play along. But what I have in mind for this Uke Chat is to actually have a guest next to me, okay, on the screen, like you would see on a normal podcast where a podcaster will bring in a guest on video and they'll have a chat back and forth about a topic or play a song. The guest might come in and actually play a song, and that would be good too, and I think I've got the technology to support that. But obviously I'm going to need to test it. So when I find somebody does enter the Zoom room, I might see if they want to come in and I'll bring them up on the screen here in YouTube. But if you yourself, or if you know somebody that likes to chat about music, might like to bring a song, or just have a chat about things in general through Zoom. So you need to be able to use Zoom, have reasonably good visual and audio, a reasonably good internet connection. If you've got a green screen like I use behind me here, that really helps in terms of the actual image that I can bring onto the screen here and make it look realistic, that they're actually here with me without their particular background, just have their form, their face, head and shoulders, much like me here. that would be great. So have a think about whether you would like to do that. So what else here? Behind the scenes, some people have asked how I do what I do. So just a couple of little things. These backgrounds, I get AI to do. I just give a description of the sort of background I would like. And DALL-E is what I tend to use, which is part and parcel of Chat GPT. But I can give a sort of a rough description about the sort of background I want, and it will keep giving me different versions of that until I find one that I like. So in this one here, for example, I simply said I want a warm background for an ukulele chat session. I'd like a sign on an easel on a chalkboard that says Uke Chat and requests, as you can see back here. It's done that. It's put some ukuleles on a wall. It's put an ukulele there just behind me that I can just sort of reach around and pick up and play in a minute. And it's given that nice warm sunny aspect to the room. For those that were around in the previous one, the inaugural Uke Chat, you remember I had a bit of a darker one. It had big leather lounge chairs and things like that. But I kind of like this one. I like the bright sunny aspect. I think that suits the ukulele a lot better. So Garry, if I want to do this Zoom, do I need a camera and mic, which I would need to buy and will be happy to do? Not necessarily, Trevor. If you've got a laptop, laptops tend to have a built-in camera, which will probably be fine, and even perhaps the built-in microphone would be fine. But obviously, the better quality camera and audio microphone that you've got, the better you're going to come across. So, for example, you can see my video here. I'm obviously using a good quality microphone through a sound system into my computer. And the camera that I've got is one that I bought not that long ago. It's a Sony ZVE10. ZVE10. So it's just a small little Sony camera, very popular with podcasters. It does a great job. It's a mirrorless camera. So in other words, it's not like a DSLR where you have a mirror in the way. It's actually the vision goes straight through the camera lens onto an image sensor, and it just gives you a far better digital image. It also does 4K, but this stream I'm not bothering to do in 4K because we don't need it. I think standard definition is fine. If I went to 4K, it would look a lot better on your big TV. If you happen to be watching this on a 4K TV, you'd be able to see where I missed some whiskers shaving. But you don't need to see that. And I think that a normal high definition, 1920 by 1080 is what they call it, for all intents and purposes, does the trick. Sometimes I do use or have used a 4K feed from my camera if I'm recording a video, like a coaching and play along video, because if you bring 4K video into a high definition project, you can actually zoom that video up 2 times its size without losing any quality. So it's like zooming in on the footage without losing quality. But I tend not to do that anymore. My approach is to keep things simple as I can. Mind you, none of this is simple, what I have in front of me. I should have another camera so I can show you what I've got spread around me. But yeah, so behind the scenes, AI, I used to do this. The cameras, I've got 2 cameras for this session. One is the one that I'm using now that you're seeing me through. And up there, which you'll see a little bit later, is my iPhone. So I've got my iPhone camera up there as well, okay? And it's focused with a zoom on my iPhone down here where my hand is. So later on when we're doing the song, you will see a zoomed up image of where I'm doing the chords. That way you have a very clear view of how I'm playing the chords on the neck of the ukulele. So I have two cameras in this setup. So Noel says the image is great. Good to see. Excellent. More tea. What else? On the song sheet view, when you'll see later when I bring up the song sheet, that comes in from another source. So I've got two cameras coming in. I've got a third source coming in, which is my iPad. So I plug my iPad into the system and it comes in as another source of video, and I'll bring that up shortly. And that's where the song sheet is displayed, or any notes that I want to bring up on the screen. That's where they come from. They come through the iPad. And you'll note that when we do the play along on the iPad, the song actually scrolls on the screen. And that's using an app on my iPad called OnSong. That's ONSONG, OnSong. I'll bring that up later and you'll see what I'm talking about. But that has quite a few features for musical performers. Or even if you just want to take your tablet along to your local uke session rather than using books or whatever, or seeing something on the screen at the session, you can bring your tablet. If you put OnSong on it, I think it still has a free version. I can't quite remember. I have a paid version because I use features that I need for what I do. So that provides me the scrolling. It also provides me, if I wanted to use a metronome and a range of other different things like that. It's what I use when I conduct live sessions with a group. I project the image of the song sheet up on the big screen behind me, and that comes straight from OnSong on my iPad, straight into a projector. So that's how all that works. So, as I mentioned, I've got camera sources, I've got my iPad all coming into my computer, and I use a piece of software on the computer called OBS, which is it's common source, so it's free. I think it's called Outside Broadcast System. I'm trying to remember what the O is. It'll come to me in a minute. OBS, anyway. So if you're ever looking into doing anything like that, recording things or streaming things, OBS is the tool that I use. Like I said, it's free. There's a fair learning curve to it, but if you have a bit of a technical bent, you can pick it up. I might do a session one day. Well, actually, I don't need to, because there's 1,000,001 YouTube videos out there on how to use OBS. But if you're interested, just go and search. Just say OBS broadcasting software, and you'll find 1,000,001 videos of it out there. So that's what I use, OBS. For my audio, I have a little mixer here called Rodecaster Pro 2, okay, from the Rode organisation, and that's what I use to bring my audio sources together. So I've got a microphone, I've got my, you can hear that, my cajon, which is my drum that I sit on, foot-operated pedals, boom, boom, cha. It has an instrument microphone inside it, and that comes into my Rodecaster Pro 2, along with my ukulele, which of course has a pickup, which I plug in, and that comes in here as well. And it has also lots of interesting sounds like these. Lots of those. So, and it does a heap of other things. So they are the main components of the thing. A couple of cameras. I use a Mac, although it all works on Windows too, but I gave up Windows years ago. I've been a Apple Mac user for quite a few years now. Use the Apple Mac. I use the iPad for the scrolling. Cameras are coming in, the Rodecaster for the audio, and of course I run YouTube streaming. Okay, so that's why you can see me now, because I have a YouTube live stream going, and that's done through YouTube. I do that through the Google Chrome browser. Normally I use Safari, which is the Apple web browser, but Google Chrome browser allows you to put some extensions on it. And one of the extensions I have running at the moment is the one that's doing this whole chat business. So if somebody's to make a comment in their YouTube stream, like we've had a few, or indeed in the Zoom room, if someone does a comment in the Zoom room, they both get picked up by that extension on Google Chrome and presented here in my OBS. Okay? So there's lots of moving parts, but it's like a jigsaw puzzle, really. It's a wonder that they're all still working, to be honest with you. And I can scroll through here, and I can look in the Zoom room, and it's just me in there at the moment. I can go back to my Google Chrome and see that we've got 8 folks in the room now. So welcome. Sharon loves the backdrop, very welcoming. Okay, so I'm not sure there's a lot else I want to say. Let me see on my list. This is my list. Okay. That's right. I did mention about seeking guests, so I will mention that again. If you or you know somebody that would like to come and be a guest on this Uke Chat, and we can actually have a one-on-one chat like normal podcasting people do when you see them on YouTube, I'd love to give that a go. And that's about all I think I want to say. Like and subscribe to the video. That helps it become more widespread. More people will see it, which is a great thing. Helps us spread the love, helps us spread the joy. So there's no other topics that have come up for conversation. And I suppose even if they did, it's just me conversing because I don't have a guest here with me to chat to at this point in time. So maybe what we should do is go into part 2 of this little session, and we'll learn this song, Harvest Moon. What do you reckon? Yeah? In the link below, in the description below, I have put a link to Neil Young's version of the song, the original. It's in the same key. So after this session, by all means, go to YouTube or bring it up on your music app or whatever. Put the record on if you've got the record, or the tape, or the 8-track cassette. Bring it up, Harvest. Actually, I had the 8-track of Harvest way back when it came out. I bought the 8-track and I put it in my 8-track player and my Uke Holden, which I thought was pretty cool at the time. Yeah, memories. 8 tracks. Who had an 8-track? I had an 8-track. In my Uke Holden, which was my first car. Then I went to an HR Holden after that. Then I went to a Cortina XLR. Cortina XLR. And that was pretty cool. That went fast, that one did. Motor cars. We should have another chat about motor cars. I lived in Canada for 4 years and I bought a Pontiac Grand Le Mans. I was young and stupid. I walked into a shopping mall and they had this Pontiac Grand Le Mans sitting in the shopping mall. And I bought the damn thing. How stupid is that? Anyway, it was a great car. We drove all over Canada with it. And I sold it to a mate when we left. But that was a beauty. Pontiac Grand Le Mans. Anyway, I rattle on. But that's what we're at. This is Uke Chat. What the sign says back there. Uke Chat. So I'm sort of chatting about ukes and other things. Let me get my ukulele. Somebody said it's not, I shouldn't say ukulele, I should probably say ukulele, which is apparently the right way to say it. So this is my, as I mentioned before, this is my new ukulele. This is my Flight 10-year anniversary edition, dragon version. I'm not sure if you can see the dragon. It's green, so it's a bit transparent. But on the fretboard there is a dragon, which I think you can see it. But because it's like a green inlay, it's become transparent because of my green screen settings. So I'm sort of plugged in, I think. But I'm not tuned up, okay? So tuning your ukulele for the new folks, and we'll probably get some new folks, because this is a relatively new ukulele, it does go out of tune quite easily. It's okay. So in looking at other YouTube tuning videos on ukuleles, they suggest before you even tune it, you just give it a little tiny stretch, okay, and then see where it lands. And mine is currently sharp, so I just got to bring it below. You always want to go below the correct tuning. So now I've gone below, and then you sneak up on it coming up. The reason you do that, supposedly, is because it will hold the tuning better. There we go, that's G, good enough, I think. If you come down from the top and stop, it can tend to go a little bit further, and then after a while you'll find it's gone a bit flat. So it's better to come below the note and then sneak up to it from below the note, tightening the string up to where you want it to be, and then leave it. C has now gone sharp on me, so sharp means high in pitch, flat means low in pitch. So let's come low. Hello, Jill. Jill just got home. Good on you. You can watch all the other chat in catch up, Jill. Let me sneak up on it. On C. Again, E has gone high too. It's gone sharp. So we'll come below the E. Sneak up on it. There we go. And I'm sure the A is sharp too, yeah. Oh, Jill's got a new uke too. Awesome. Okay, so that's all in tune. I did mention last time where I got the uke from. I think it was called Ukulele Trading Australia. Something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. What have we got? Here we go. Yeah, it's Ukulele Trading Company Australia. So it's I'll copy the URL and paste it for you. Okay, I'll come back here and I'll just paste it in the chat. So a shout out to them. My mate Tony from Canberra Ukulele Band sort of has been following this mob on Facebook. They're quite active on Facebook. But I found them really quite good. They're importers of Flight ukuleles, which this one is, Flight, and a couple of other well-known brands as well. And they sell a lot of other stuff as well. And so they set it up and then they ship it out. And they've got if you don't like it within 3 months, I can't remember what it is, but they've got a really good returns policy. If something you don't like or it's not what you wanted or whatever, they've got an excellent returns policy. So check them out. You can click that link later and see what they've got to offer. But anyway, that's where I bought mine from. So a shout out to them. All right, so I think what we might do is I'll bring up the song sheet. Hopefully it's all still working here. There we go. Harvest Moon. So in this view, it's a little blue and a soprano, says Jewel. Oh, a little soprano. We're heading off on Saturday to cross the Nullarbor. I'm jealous. I love crossing the Nullarbor. I also love going up the Stewart Highway, up the centre. It's brilliant. I'll have to get my little caravan out. Anyway, this view here, we've got the iPad running on song on the left-hand side there. You can scroll it up and down, and it's got that little arrow in the bottom right-hand corner. If I was to touch that, it starts the scrolling, and I can adjust the scrolling speed there too if I want to, okay? So that's that. The top right-hand corner is my iPhone. Remember I mentioned I had my iPhone up there angled down on with a little bit of a telephoto. so you can see what I'm doing up there in the top right-hand corner. I also have a chord view of that, so you can see it a little bit bigger there in the middle, right? If I want to demonstrate how to do some chords, which I will do shortly. But let's have a little look at the song. We've got, I'll just drop this down for a minute. Here we go. We've got D major. Bought it through Swamp. Yes, it came in 3 days. I didn't really check out Swamp, but I hear they're pretty good. I might check them out, but I don't tend to buy a lot of ukuleles. I bought one, my first one, I don't know, 12 years ago, and I haven't bought another one since this one. So this is my second ukulele in 10 or 12 years. Anyway, I prattle on again. We're here to have a look at this song. So the way I tend to do this song, and I do suggest before you even get into learning this song seriously, you have a listen to Neil Young's version, get a feel for the rhythm, okay? So it's the rhythm of the song that's going to help you through it, right? Understanding the rhythm of the song. There's no point trying to learn a song if you don't know it, to at least, be familiar with the way the rhythm goes, when the chords change, etc. Okay? So this one sounds a bit like this. So it starts off with a D chord, and I tend to play my D chord with 2 fingers, right? My D major chord I play with 2 fingers. A lot of people do play it with 3 fingers like that. Yep. All in a little row there, squished onto fret 2, and that's fine. But my fingers are a little bit bigger. Noel's got 3 Enyas, from Swamp in Canberra, great outlet. So 3 fingers, you can do that. However, I tend to use 2 fingers. So the index finger gets strings 3 and 4, and my middle finger comes down and gets string 2 underneath it. Right, and I find it handy for this song, doing it this way, because from the D, you've got the D6, which is like a bar of the 2nd fret. You could jump and put 1 finger across if you wished. But for me, what I find is if I've got the D happening there and I want to go to that D6, I can get the bar chord just by rotating my wrist back a bit and flattening out that middle finger so it gets all 4 strings. So you got your D chord, flatten it out, and it gets string 1 as well. Right, I stand it up again. I've got the D, roll it, flatten it down. I've got the D6, bar of the 2nd fret. And now from there, you can see we go to D major 7, right? So the way I do that is I leave that D6 in place, right? I just leave that there. And I use my pinky to come over onto fret 4, right? But sometimes, including me, people have a bit of trouble controlling their pinky without this ring finger doing weird things. So what I do, what comes naturally to me, is I actually put both fingers down. So ultimately I want this this pinky to be on fret 4, but it doesn't really matter if the ring finger comes down behind it because it's overridden. So the ring finger's not doing anything, but I just find it easier just to plonk both fingers down onto string 1 rather than trying just to get my pinky there and get my ring finger out of the way. Just put them both down, yeah? It's just the way it works out for me, but you'll need to explore and find what works for you, okay? So let's just walk through the D major. So strings 2, 3, 4, and leave string 1 open for the D. Right, flatten it down for the major 7, and then these ones go down. Then it goes back to the D again. D6, and then D major 7. One more time, D major, D6, and then pinky down on fret 4. Okay, so that's what you might call the riff for this song. And it goes through the whole song. As you can see, that riff appears all over the song. Now, I do encourage you to learn it because that's what makes a song a song. It's what makes the song unique. If it has a particular riff, particular rhythm, you want to try and learn that if you can. Or if you're not really interested in learning that, you can just stay on D, right? You can just play that whole thing on D. Just play the D chord. Whenever it says D6, D major 7, you don't have to do it, but if you do it, that gives you the feel of the song, the way the song was written. Okay, so this is sort of how it goes. I'll just play a little bit of that intro. As you can see, we do it 3 strums, and I'll explain what I mean by that note. So I've got note D major 7. You actually tend to do on the upstroke, so it sort of sounds like this: 2, 3, 4. Oops. So you might find an easier way to do it. If you do, leave a note in the comments. Even after you can add a comment on the video once it's finished. So that's the key feature of this song. Apart from that, we've got A7 sus4, which is just 1 fret up from your normal A7, which is there. Come up a fret. That's your A7 sus4, and then it slides back for an A7. Then it goes again up to the sus4, and then back again to the A7, and then back into the G. Okay? So, should we have a go at it? I don't know. What do you reckon? I'm not sure there's any more teaching for it. Oh, that's right. It's got a harmonica instrumental. Now, I've got a harmonica here. I'm not sure if I should be game to play it because I'm still learning how to play a harmonica. But what the heck? I'll wear my harmonica. Okay. Who knows what's going to come out of it, okay? It's going to be something weird, I'm sure. I think we might have a go at it. Now, like I said, this is fresh off the press today. Just another little bit of behind the scenes. What I do is I take it, put together a text file. So you might, for example, copy it from Jim's songbook, as I mentioned earlier, link below, or some other place on the net. You can copy it, and then I tend to paste it straight into a Word document, okay? And I've got a couple of macros that I wrote in the Word document that format the chords that look like that, so it comes up nicely bolded on all the chords with round brackets around them, ellipses brackets. And I also have another macro that enables me to, once it's in the Word document, I can transpose the whole song up or down X number of semitones to change the key if I need to change the key of the song. So if anybody's interested, I can send you those macros. You'd have to be a bit nerdy like me, though, to be interested in anything like that. But anyway, I once again digress. But this is a Uke Chat session. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'll get you to get your ukulele out, have a go at playing along with me, and we'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm learning the song too. I've only put it together today, so I'm learning this along with you. Okay. We play it in C. Yeah, I had a look at that. But I if I can, I like to play it in the original key. But I did have a look at transposing it down to C. But this key suits me, and I decided I would keep it in the original key. Oops. And then it goes to the E minor 7. Now, I haven't written the E minor 7 diagram there, but you should know it. Fret 2, strings 1 and 3, yeah? Okay. All right, so I think we'll go, yeah, so it's C. See, one of the reasons I didn't do it in that one is because when you're going in the C, and then you go to the C6, that goes down. I like it to go up. That particular string one, I prefer it to go up rather than down to the note, but that's just me being quirky. Anyway, you can play it in whichever key suits. Often it comes down to the singing of the song, because a lot of Beatles songs, and even Neil Young tends to sing in a fairly high register. And in fact, this song I'm singing in a fairly low register. He would sing it higher. He would sing it an octave higher to me. But I tend to be comfortable in a lower register. And I suppose it brings my own character to the song, okay? I just sing it how I want to sing it. It brings a little bit of Garry into the song. All right, so we're going to give it a go, and we'll just see how we go. Bear with us. It's all a bit of an experiment, really, isn't it? I'll start it scrolling. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come a little bit closer. Hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising. Let's go dancing in the light. We know where the music's playing. Let's go out and feel the night. 'Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again, 'cause I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. Okay, so yeah, this is fresh off the press, so I've got a little bit of a tightening up to do on that song as well. But hopefully you played along with me. And as Jill suggested, there is a version in C. So what I might do for you is I'll take that version that I've got here, and I'll also put a C, key of C version up, and I'll put a link to it in this video. So if you prefer to play along in C, as Jill said, it's a lot easier than that one. So you can pick whichever one you like. So what else have we got here? We haven't got any other topics for discussion. We've been going about an hour, would you believe, chatting and playing along. I'm not sure if anybody has a request that they might want to finish up on, or whether we just call it a day. So I don't want to take too much of your time, but by all means, pop a request if you've got a song you want to finish with, if I happen to know it. It's got to be a song I have on my iPad, so I can bring it up. Here we go. All right. I'll just wait a moment, see if any requests. There's a YouTube imposes about a 30 or 40 second delay, so I might say something here, and it takes 30 seconds to get out onto YouTube, and then for you to send me a comment back. Wagon wheel. We've got wagon wheel. So we've got one suggestion of wagon wheel. We'll see if anything else comes up as an outro. Trevor said, that is a beautiful song with some difficulties. Yeah, it is. Some difficulties there. But like I said, Trevor, I'll put a version up, and I'll also do a play along of the C key version, which is a bit easier. So if we've got no other requests for a play out, I'll see if I can find Wagon Wheel here on my little iPad. I've got all my songs on my iPad here. There it is. Like it's Wagon Wheel, can't see anything else. All right, let's do Wagon Wheel. Next time we have a play-along session, Cub Chat. Think about what song you might like to maybe bring and perform. Got to come into Zoom to do that. I don't think there's anyone in the Zoom room. No, nobody in the Zoom room. But that's okay. I'll keep it there on the side for our next few sessions and see if anybody gets brave and comes in. There's a link below to join the Zoom room. We'll do Wagon Wheel, and then I'll let you all out to prepare dinner, I suppose, depending on where you are. So thanks for coming. Thanks for those that are watching in catch up. Leave us a comment because I this early stage of this format, I really do need your comments to come back. It'll be a lot different when I have my first live guest sitting here next to me, so to speak. And I'm looking forward to that. All right, so Trevor agrees. Wagon wheel it is. All right, so let's bring up the song sheet. Wagon wheel, you ready? I might slow that down a little bit. And the way you slow it down is you say the song is not actually 2 minutes 40, it's a little bit longer. Okay, so that'll make it scroll a bit slower because it thinks the song is longer. All right, so we will bring it down here and we'll start it scrolling and I'll count you in. Are you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Heading down south to the land of the pines, thumbing my way into North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God I see headlights. Well, I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for rally I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Well, running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, the North Country winters keep a-getting me down. I lost my money playing poker, so I had to leave town. But I ain't turning back to living that old life no more. 1, 2, 3, so rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Yeah, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Second page. Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, caught a trucker out of Philly, he had a nice long tow. But he's heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling mine, and then I know that she's the only one. And if I died in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Well, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. And again, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Well, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. I said, hey, 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 mama, rock me. Do, 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 do. Yay! Good one. All right, thank you for joining our second Uke Chat, and not so much Uke Chat and requests, but Uke Chat and learn a song. So it's been great. We'll do another one coming up soon. Not too sure when we'll get back on to do the next one. It tends to be as time becomes available. Life can get busy sometimes. But thanks for joining us, and we'll do a little musical outro, and all will be well. Safe paths. Take care. Spread the love, spread the joy, like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and share it around. Share ukelele.com around. That'd be great. Cheers.